Rosanna?
I'm responsible for some of what happened to her. But it's time to move on.
Let me guess. With Meg? Except I thought she didn't want anything to do with you.
That'll change.
How can you be so sure?
Because you're gonna help me.
You want me to help you get Meg back? How? By reminiscing about all the good times we had?
Look, Meg is very upset right now. Her brother's been arrested for killing Dusty.
Oh. And so you're gonna worm your way back into her life by exonerating Holden.
Better than that, I'm gonna give the cops the real killer. Which, Emily, leads me directly to you.
Are you accusing me of killing Dusty?
Explain to me why you were standing over a dying man and you didn't bother to call anybody for help.
I was in shock. And what's wrong with you? Why are you talking to me like this? I thought we actually got somewhere when we saw each other at the church.
Hey, at the church, I asked you point blank if you killed Dusty. You didn't deny it.
Yeah, well, what would have been at the point? You wouldn't have believed me.
I don't believe you now. Are you lying to me now?
There's something I don't need this from you. Just enough.
You know, you weren't my first choice.
Oh, well, you've made that perfectly clear on numerous occasions.
Craig. Guilty Craig. Now that, to me, has a real ring of satisfaction.
Great. Great. That's just great. So accuse him of being the murderer and leave me the hell alone.
He doesn't have an alibi either.
Well, there you go. See, your evidence against him is just as solid as what you got against me. Nothing.
No, because he wasn't at the hospital the night of the murder. Standing over Dusty's dead body.
Would you give me a little credit, please? Give me some credit. If I had killed Dusty, you think I would have hung around? No, the logical thing would have been to get out of Dodge.
It was a crime of passion, you know, like shooting a guy in the back and then rolling his body off of a cliff.
Next time I'll pick a higher cliff.
You held Dusty hostage. He was having sex with your sister, and then that somehow wound up online, and then there's the inevitable messy breakup, and the tearful retreat from town, and then you come back with Chris Hughes, and Dusty makes his life work to break the two of you up.
Just shut up, Paul.
One of those
shut
things
up,
might be
I swear to God, I'm...
What? You're gonna do what? Kill me?
If it were that easy to kill you, maybe I'll give it another try.
Great. Then you can throw yourself on the mercy of another court. Maybe convince another judge that you're not guilty by reason of insanity.
Hello?
Emily, it's Jack Snyder. I'm gonna head down to the station. Could you meet me there in 20 minutes? I've got some questions for you.
What's this about?
Dusty Donovan's murder.
You ratted me out to the cops.
Much as I would love to take credit for the Oakdale PD hauling you in for the murder of Dusty Donovan, they came up with that little gem all by
Paul, just
themselves.
leave me alone.
Please. Let me tag along, please. It would make Meg so happy to know that her brother was exonerated.
Will you stop following me? Stay away from me, okay? Or I'll stick the cops on you.
Oh, Emily Stewart is being brought in for questioning? For heaven's sake, does that mean that somebody around this place is actually thinking for a change?
Maybe. I think Emily's statement is really going to change everything.
Oh, I hope so. Is it going to clear Holden?
Let's hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. Since when are you so interested in Holden's welfare? Has the virtuous Meg, has she rekindled your sense of justice?
You know, you and I should brainstorm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Would you like a cup of coffee? On me?
On you? Make it a drink, okay? Make it several drinks.
You got it. Thanks. Can you put these on my tab, please?
You surely are turning on the charm, Paul. I just asked myself the question, can Paul be trusted?
Well, you trusted me to help you bring down Craig before. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. That was unqualified success. I don't have my company. You took a swan dive off a cliff.
That's true. But now we both have our reasons to make sure that Craig hangs for killing Dusty.
But do you have any evidence to support that?
No, not yet.
I didn't think so.
So we'll just have to incriminate someone else.
Who? Oh, A, B, C, D. Emily. Emily Stewart? I wouldn't be surprised if Emily were guilty as sin. Dusty certainly hated her, but then he was angry at Her boyfriend, too.
Right, Chris Hughes. I heard that Dusty and Chris were butting heads over some research project at the hospital. But to me, that doesn't sound like a motive for premeditated murder.
I cannot suspect Bob's son.
So maybe Chris was just in cahoots with Greg.
Now, there was one damning comment that he made that night. Dusty said...
What did he say?
Well, he said, and these were the words he used, that Chris was guilty of foul play and that Dusty, was going to prove it.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
We don't know, because he was murdered before he could reveal anything.
Okay, but if Dusty had something over Chris, if he was holding something over Chris and he was threatening to reveal it, that might be motive for murder.
That's speculation. That's not any kind of proof.
Well, if proof is all you need, then we'll get proof.
Dusty. Well, he had plenty of reason to hate Chris Hughes because Chris was sleeping with Emily, but I just can't imagine that Bob and Kim's son would be a cold-blooded murderer no matter what Dusty said.
All right, well, then we'll just have to keep digging until we can clear Holden's name.
Oh, it's just so sweet and so lovely you're concerned for Holden's welfare. It's self-serving.
Yeah. Does it really matter why I want to help Holden? Just so long as we solve this crime, right? Then we both get what we want.
Right. Right. I've always preferred allies with a selfish agenda. Oh dear. Our Lady of the Sorrows. No, I can't. I cannot hear another tale of woe. I can't. I'm off.
How'd it go?
What do you care? Lily and Holden are singing your tune. They're trying to pin Dusty's murder on me, and now they got Jack in their corner.
Calm down. Let's just say for a second that you didn't murder Dusty. You know what they say about the best defense, right?
Meaning what?
Meaning that if Lily and Holden are trying to pin this murder on you, maybe you should turn around and pin it on somebody else.
Ooh, are you volunteering?
Me? No. But Lucinda just let it slip. That Dusty, before he was dead, was running around accusing your Chris of foul play.
No, he's not my Chris anymore.
You're not surprised by this,
I don't believe it for a second.
Really? Because I think you do. I think you know exactly what Dusty was talking about.
No, I don't.
Look, right now they've nabbed the wrong guy for murder, but sooner or later they're going to figure that out and somebody's going to do time for this, okay? Now, would you rather it be you or Chris Hughes? So, should I just keep looking for information that makes you look guilty, or are you going to tell me what you know about Chris Hughes?
If I tell you, will you leave me alone?
Only one way to find out, really.
All right. Chris, he had good reason for wanting Dusty dead. Dusty and I, we slept together after Chris and I were involved, and Chris found out about it the night Dusty was killed.
Interesting timing.
Plus, Dusty was trying to ruin Chris's reputation at the hospital.
People don't murder over a reputation at a hospital.
Yeah, well, you see, Dusty got into his head that Chris somehow poisoned Bob, which caused Bob to have his stroke.
Why would he poison his father?
Well, Dusty said it was because Chris wanted to take over as chief of staff. You see, Bob was completely against Evan Walsh's research project. Chris wanted the project to move forward. He overheard the two of them arguing right before Bob had his stroke.
So this is the foul play that Dusty was talking about when he talked to Lucinda.
I don't blame Dusty for being suspicious. I mean, think about it. The way Chris was acting, his behavior, he took Bob's doctor off the case. He hoarded his medical records. He wouldn't let anyone look at them.
So what did the toxicology report say?
What reports? He never ran them.
Well, maybe we have our killer. Which is great. Gets Holden off the hook. And you too, incidentally.
No. I know Chris. I just don't think he was capable of murder.
Really? Well, maybe he was pushed over the edge. You, of all people, should know about that.
Maybe. I don't know.
This might be the only chance you have to get yourself off the hook, Em.
I haven't been charged with anything.
No. You cared about Dusty, though, right? Don't you want to see his killer brought to justice?
You make this sound like a game.
It is a game, and I'm gonna win.